It was one of those quiet weekends, the type where nothing much happens, and I was looking forward to a peaceful day on the water. I had just finished loading my speedboat for a quick spin when I noticed something strange. My neighbor Karen, from the HOA committee, had been eyeing my boat for a while now, constantly commenting on it with envy. She had always seemed to think she had a say in everything that went on around here. So when I saw her lurking near the dock, I thought nothing of it, until I noticed the boat was gone. Panicked, I dashed outside, scanning the horizon. And there she was, Karen, on my speedboat, zipping across the lake with a grin on her face. I couldn't believe it. She had stolen my boat right from under my nose. I pulled out my phone and called the sheriff, but Karen wasn't going to just let me take it back. She saw me running toward the dock, and with a smug look, she sped off, laughing. What she didn't know, though, was that I was ready for this. I had spent years mastering the art of speedboating, and there was no way I was letting her get away with this. I jumped into my second boat, the one I rarely used, and fired up the engine. The chase was on. As I cut through the water, I could feel the adrenaline kicking in. My boat was faster, more agile, and I knew every twist and turn of the lake. Karen was struggling to keep up as she tried to outrun me, but it was clear she had no idea how to handle the speedboat. The sheriff, having been alerted, was on his way, but this was my show, and I wasn't going to let her think she could get away with something like this. I closed the distance quickly, my boat practically slicing through the water. Karen must have realized the inevitable because she started making frantic turns, but her panic was only making things worse. As I got closer, I gave her one last warning shout, but she refused to stop. With the sheriff pulling up behind us, I finally caught up to her, pulled alongside, and knocked her boat into a controlled drift. She was caught, plain and simple. The sheriff quickly boarded, and the rest was history. Karen's days of trying to control everything in the neighborhood were over. She never expected the sheriff to be the one to catch her at full speed, and I couldn't help but smile as the sirens blared in the background.